Music creators are still afraid to implement AI into their creation process, and I probably understand why. It's mainly because you all are afraid to lose authenticity with it, and you actually don't want to feed the machine. You don't really have to use AI to create everything. But think about this. Wouldn't it be great if AI is the catalyst to actually get your music heard for a change? So, music money makers, I'm going to give you these 5 tips coming up right here on the Music Money Makeover Show. Tip number 1 is better demo vocals from songwriters and producers. Now, one thing that stifles songs from being finished is a great vocal to pitch tracks. Sometimes creators may not be able to afford a demo singer or just can't find one who has the speed and work ethic that a super hungry or high demand creative needs. So AI is a great fit for those who can hold a tune and sing a melody to replace their mediocre vocal with an AI vocal to slang more records. Here's the thing about great vocals and slanging records. Great vocals help the record sell. And this is something that a lot of producers don't understand when they first come in the game. If you don't have a great vocal, man, like it's going to be very hard to move that record. And I was just on a phone call with one of the music money makers in the community here, and I had to explain this, but this is very true. Great vocals move records. They make money for you, and AI can really do this for you. There's a science behind this. And for those of you all who are bedroom producers, you probably don't get this if you haven't actually moved into the studio and actually worked to get records placed. So I'm telling you from my experience, great vocals help place your records, and AI can do that for you. Let's look at tip number 2. Lyric assistance. Between ChatGPT, MasterWriter, and FYE.ai, all songwriters can up their speed and creative writing ability. And this allows songwriters to complete songs faster while being efficient. And those aren't the only tools that you can use. ChatGPT, good old ChatGPT will help you out with that, right? I mean, if I'm in the studio and I can't finish a couple lines, I might start a couple things and I just need the assistive help of AI. You bet I'm going to use AI if I'm actually a working producer or songwriter and I need some stuff for my tracks. Why not? You see what I'm saying? Like, get the music. You're going to sing the melody different. You just need the lines that work. And that's it, man. He who can produce this stuff the fastest and be the most economical in the technological environment that they're in will begin to take strides ahead of the game. I'm not going to say win because the game is always evolving, but take strides ahead of the game or get in the game and be current with the game. Okay, let's go to tip number 3. Remix versions. Using AI to remix a current version of a song can do wonders for writers who have worked with producers who may have sold the beat to a song they had in their stash. A fresh remix can give new ideas to lyrics without tracks or to old song ideas that did not sell in the past. I mean, this is like, for me, and I mentioned this before on the channel, for writers who have lyrics to beats that were sold without their permission, you could make 2, 3, 4, 5 different versions and maybe adjust the melody just a little bit here and there for what the AI can spit out. Then go into the studio and kind of embellish the AI version with a real producer. Oh my God, change the game. You could take the same beat and use the stems function to split the drums out, the melody out, the instruments out if you want to, and then embellish it from there. Like it's going to be endless in a minute. You know what I mean? And then just the fact that if you have old records, it serves the same purpose to remix those old records. Let's go into tip number 4, sampling. We all know this one. Using sampling or using AI to create samples for producers is probably the biggest upside for positive use cases due to the fact that music producers love the sample but can't get clearances all the time. Mindset must go from digging in the crates to creating the crates for this to work. So if you can create the crates that you dig from, oh my God, dude. I mean, you can give people, you can sell the AI record later for the source to your sample. If I'm a producer and I created something with AI and I sampled it and it became a hit record, but I have that master AI file, I could then, if I had a community, I could take that AI file and I could sell it to everybody else so they could chop it up and I can make money off it, because you technically, the Copyright Office won't take AI stuff. So you technically can do whatever you want to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So, hey man, it's like a free for all right now. And the major labels suing Suno and Udio, like that's all cap to me. I think it's all going to be acquisition at the end of the day. AI music ain't going nowhere. They just want to get a control over it, and it's still going to be used. So, oh my God, like it's on and popping, baby, like it for real. You know what I mean? So if you could do that, man, hey, keep it going. Let's talk about subject matter. This is our 5th tip. This one is basic. However, you can use ChatGPT to figure out what the current subjects are for the top 200 songs on Spotify. And if you see topics that are oversaturated, you can go the other way. Or you see topics that are underserved, you can take a chance and double down on them. That's the cool part about AI, man. It has the ability to get data, not just create for you, but you can actually see what the market is doing and what's going on. And so this is a great way to see, okay, this is everything that they're talking about. You can even say, hey, what are the keywords on the top 200 songs? And you find those keywords and it's like, oh, okay, this is kind of what they're talking about in each and every song, the keywords to those. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's on. I can't believe that there are still people out there who are not using it, and they seem to think that not using it is going to make it go away. Like not using the internet is going to make it go away. Okay. All right, cool. Well, what's the discount? It's time to hire the vocalist, get in with the co-writer, find a remixer, clear a sample, and market research. On top of that, money to pay the vocalist, split pub with the co-writer, pay a remixer, and pay a sample clearance. It's time and money. So we just discounted all of that. See what I'm saying? That's a win-win right there. Or what about copyrights with the sampling? Well, I jumped the gun earlier, but the Copyright Office will not take copyrights on AI music, so it makes it free to use. However, if you flip the sample, you can now copyright it, so that's a win-win. You don't get the same vibe as working with people, and this is true. And I'm saying use AI as an assistive tool to elevate your production process. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be time versus money, or I'm not even say money, it's time versus leverage, right? You can spend the time doing everything, but then if you use AI as leverage to lift yourself up in the game, like, why wouldn't you? I would. I'm doing it now. It's on a daily basis I use it, and I'm still not using it to its fullest extent. Anyway, if you are a music creative or a new music exec who wants to build your record label or publishing company in 60 days or less with a step-by-step foolproof process, jump into the 60-day record label course beneath this video today. You'll gain the ability to get real funding for your record label. You'll prevent yourself from getting contractually screwed out here in this game. And on top of that, you'll keep the middleman out of your pocket, saving you 15% down the line. Click the link beneath this video and get started right now. But if you're still skeptical, grab my free guide, 10 Major Steps to Increase Your Record Label's Profits. A free split sheet is included with that download. Let's talk about your upside here. Using AI will speed up your process, allowing you to attack the music world with more focused approaches, professionalism, and speed. No doubt about it. If you're going to use that professionalism, speed, it's just going to give you that leverage to lift yourself up. But let's talk about the downside here. Not using AI will eventually cause you to move slower and slower over time to the point where you won't notice it. This is not a great place to be in. So this is like the equivalent of somebody who, for nostalgic purposes, people produce music on an MPC 2000 XL or 2000 or 3000 for nostalgic purposes, maybe to get a sound or something. They're doing some creative stuff. But imagine if you have a person that is only doing that. They're making beats on an MPC 3000. They got the Triton rack. They got all of the Proteus racks and the MoFat and all that stuff. And they haven't advanced and they're still creating music with this. Now, I know you say it's not the tools that matters, it's the sound and all of that. But the time it takes to make that, if they're not making something remarkably incredible with that stuff, then the time has passed them by. And the access to the industry is like, you're not going to drag cases and racks of gear around like it's 2001 anymore. We're not even there. It takes too much. It's so expensive to make music that way, especially when they got those things in plugins. So you want to advance yourself. You don't want to get caught without using the leverage of AI to push yourself into the game further. Music money makers, here are 5 more ways that you can actually use it as leverage or use AI as leverage. If you make music, you should always make money. Log on to musicmoneymakeover.com, jump into the 60-day record label course, download the free stuff below, smash the like button, book a call beneath this video. Guess what? I'll see you next time. Peace.